any wrestler ever threatened to beat you up?
Yeah, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, legit.
Yeah,
Could you
he
share
talked
that?
about it on the podcast, but he lied. He had Joel McHale on, and so we were. It was after WCW Monday Nitro, maybe, and it was Mikey Whipwreck early on the show. I don't know if it was Starrcade or Nitro. It was one of those. And after the show, it was in DC or Baltimore, whatever. After the show, we were all at the BWI Marriott. And Mikey Whipwreck had just left ECW, and he was talking to me and my buddy. He was like, "Hey, what'd you think of the match?" I was like, "Well, considering you're working with one of the the worst workers, Van Hammer, I thought you did pretty good." And Mikey was like looking for validation from the boys or something, and so Mikey went and told Jericho. He's like, "Yeah, there's a couple of marks saying that Van Hammer is the worst worker, blah blah blah." And I get it now. And I've spoken with both Jericho and Mikey Whipwreck, and Mikey is like, he goes, "Hey, you remember that night?" I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking ratted me out to jail." He's like, "Oh, I know." He's like, "Dude, so me and Mikey are cool. Me and Jericho are cool, but and being on the other side of the bit, hearing two fucking fans slash marks talk shit is like, go fuck yourself. I get it. So, but and who am I to rate a guy on how good he is in the ring or not? Whatever. I don't care. So, but Jericho, he came up to me, and he's wearing jean shorts and a fanny pack and one of his stupid shirts or whatever. And I believe at the time I was dressed up pretty well, comparably speaking. And he was just like, "Who do you think you are, talking about the boys? You're not one of the boys. You're not allowed." And I'm just like, "Well, I'm kind of allowed to have an opinion. I feel like we all are, but whatever." So I'm making fun of his jorts and whatever, and so we're in each other's face, and he's about to fucking clock me and fucking kill me, and he could have. Let's not get it twisted whatsoever. But Disco Inferno and Booker T grabbed me, picked me up over their heads, and carried me out to save my life. And I'm still friends with Disco, and whenever I see Booker T, we laugh about it and stuff. So, but nothing happened. But he had Chris had Joel McHale on his podcast, and he was just like, they were talking about House of Villains that Joel McHale was the host of, and he was like, "Yeah, Johnny Fairplay," and Chris was like, "Yeah, I remember one time after this wrestling show, he was there and he was popping off, and I punched him in the face," and I was just like, "Whoa, okay, can I sue you for assault?" So no, I'm not. But no, he did not punch me. Everyone affectionately remembers Disco and Booker carrying me over their heads out of there. There was no punches. And fast forward, Chris had left WCW and had gone to WWE, and I saw him. It was just at a club. It wasn't the I don't think it was the BWI. It was just a club in Baltimore. We just happened to run into one another, and I saw him, and I had since done Survivor. And I bought him. I was just like, "Hey, can I get you a beer?" And I think he was like, "No, let me get." And we laughed about it. So it was, because it was I was an asshole, and I apologized. And he was just like, "Well, threatening to beat you up wasn't cool on my part either." So, but no, that story has just grown little legs and become something so much different than what it initially started as.
Van Hammer Halloween Havoc 89 is one of the worst matches ever. I don't even remember who it was against, but people can look that up if they question what you said there.
Yeah, when, as I said, I get, it's just like, who the fuck are you? But at the same time, we as fans are allowed to have an opinion of who we think is good and not good.
100%. And I think the last I heard about Van Hammer, he ran over about a 4 or 7-year-old girl well drunk. So he's not exactly the nicest person either.
Holy
but yeah, you can look that up. He's been off the radar. She was on a bicycle.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing that that's just another sad wrestler story.
Yeah.